Hello, my name is Adam Garland. I'm the town manager here in Oxford. In this video, we're going to be going over the highway department budget that will be presented at this year's town meeting. And as you can see from over my shoulder here, town meeting is Saturday, June 3rd at 10 a.m. at 79 Pleasant Street, which is the school on Pleasant Street located behind the old town office. Just for reference sake, I have a couple of things here you can find on our website, or you can get hard copies of here at the town office or at town meeting. The first is the town report, which has the town meeting warrant, as well as some other documentation you might find interesting. Also, we put together this reference material for the town meeting, and this is some of the stuff that we're going to go over in this particular video. And what you'll find is each of the warrant articles outlined in here with the attached or associated budget for it. So for the highway department, that's going to be article number 7 on the town meeting warrant. I'm going to go ahead and bring up a screen share so we can look at the highway department budget together. So in total on the highway department budget, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. The highway department sees an increase of $39,884, bringing the total highway department budget to $860,468. So let's go ahead and scroll up here and see where these changes come from. So as you can see at the top of the budget spreadsheet here, it is warrant article 7 for the highway department, and your regular payroll sees an increase of $13,243, bringing the total to $287,186. Important to remember that the highway department has unionized, and the wages were negotiated through that union contract negotiation period, which is where you see some of this increase here. Also, the overtime line is increased by $7,684, bringing it to $30,684. The overtime hours are estimated at 894 hours for the year. And because of the increases of wages, as noted above, that also affects the overtime rates for the individuals at the highway department. And thus brings us to the point where we needed to have an increase to the overtime line. Temporary payroll also sees a $3,000 increase, bringing it to $20,000 even. A combination of the increase in minimum wage to $13.80 an hour, plus also with having to use this line for the plowing. This is temporary plowing, so the call-in part-time folks that'll help us in the wintertime, cemetery mowing and maintenance, all of these things bring us to the $20,000 for the year. Social Security sees an increase of $1,483, bringing it to $20,948. And again, that's based on payroll above. Medicare, which is also based on payroll, sees an increase of $347, bringing it to $48.99 for the year. Health insurance sees a decrease of $13,775, bringing the total for the line to $92,642. This is based on current employee enrollment, based on their plans that they enroll in and what the town offers. There is one buyout, as you see noted here, and according to the union agreement, employees can choose to not enroll in the insurance coverage, and they participate in the weekly buyout, which is $135 per week to the employee, which is significantly less than what the town would pay per week for that employee for insurance coverage. Retirement sees a decrease of $346, bringing it to $24,858. That is based on payroll and current employee enrollment. Workers' compensation sees an increase of $4,622, bringing the line to $25,622. It is based on payroll and the number of employees, and you can see the percentages here on how we came to this number. Drug testing and physicals, it sees an increase of $35, bringing it to $435 total. Looks like there's a little error here of 100% increase. That's actually obviously $35 is not 100% increase, so apologies for that error on the budget sheet. But these drug testing and physicals are for new hires, and also the random drug testing that the CDL drivers have to be subjected to according to Department of Labor standards. We also have electricity. remains the same at $2,000 a year, and that's based on the projected usage. Fuel oil remains increase, of $955, bringing the total to $7,300. That's based on our projected gallon usage as well as a projected cost per gallon. Telephone and computer sees an increase of $552, bringing the line to $1,464. This includes cost of cell phone and landline for the department as well. So scrolling down, we have the next line is the internet, remains the same at $500. The water sees a slight decrease of $178, bringing the total of $264 for the year. Cleaning supplies remains the same at $3,000. Equipment supply sees an increase of $2,500, bringing the line to $30,500. Tried to outline a few of the items that caused this increase, and some of those are, cutted edges for the plows, replacing shop tools as they break or wear out, extra, light bulbs and so forth, and also some of the items needed for cemetery maintenance. Clothing remains the same at $4,000. Road maintenance sees an increase of $500, bringing it to $40,000. And this is for general road repairs, things that are not planned. So if we have a washout or we have a culvert that's broken or something to that effect, this is where the highway foreman would turn to for emergency or general repairs. As it notes here, dirt road improvements, culverts, tree removals, crack seal, those kind of things. Moving down to salt, this is one of the areas we see a pretty good increase of $44,130, bringing the total to $104,130. So the cost of salt has gone up significantly from last year. As you can see here, it was $57 per ton last year, and this year it is $80.10. So the town uses does go with a competitive bidding on salt through ABCOG, which allows us to get some of the best pricing that we can on the salt, because it allows us to be a part of that bulk purchasing. But unfortunately, even with that bulk purchasing power, we're still subject to this major increase in the salt cost. Some of that comes from the cost of the material as well as the cost of the delivery, which is all included in the cost per ton, but those factors bring us to the point of it being $80.10. Another thing to note is that we're going to be increasing some of our salt uses this year, as well as decreasing some of our sand usage. Focusing on a little bit more of a salt priority allows us to get our roads cleared off a little bit faster, a little less wear and tear on the equipment, and frankly, just better road conditions overall. Winter sand is the next one. You do see a decrease of $14,500, bringing the line to $35,000 even. Now, generally, we do need to purchase more than 2,000 yards, but because of a little bit more of a focus on salt priority, as well as over the last few years being able to build up some sand, generally the highway foreman and the highway department like to have 4,500 yards of sand on hand at a time. Currently, we have about 2,500 or a little more yards of sand available to us. So we're just going to be purchasing 2,000 yards this year, and the price per yard is based upon last year's bid amount. Gasoline sees a decrease of $3,276, bringing the line down to $8,736. One of the reasons that you see a decrease here on the gasoline line is that last year we had predicted a significantly higher price per gallon for gas. This year we are using a little bit more of a conservative $4 per gallon prediction on the cost per gallon. Now, granted, when you go to the pump right now, it is a little bit less than $4 a gallon, but given the volatility of the fuel market currently, the budget committee and the selectmen and the manager, we all just felt that it was best to use this $4 a gallon mark to allow for the fluctuation in the market, whichever direction that it wants to go. It is important to remember that the town does not pay taxes for sales tax and such for the price of fuel. So we do see a little bit more savings than what you see at the pump. So this price of $87.36 is based on $4 a gallon and a projected use of 2,184 gallons. Diesel also is the same. It's the same idea as what I just discussed with gas. Sees a decrease of $12,700, bringing the line to $42,300. Our projected usage is 10,000 gallons, and we are projecting a $4.23 a gallon cost for diesel. Now that is, of course, less than what you're seeing diesel at the pumps for. But again, given the fact that we are able to buy diesel in bulk and have it delivered to the highway department in our storage tanks, as well as the fact that we don't have to pay the tax on the diesel, is how we were able to get this very competitive price of $4.23. So moving down to street signs, that sees an increase of $500, bringing the line to $2,500. And then we have radio supply, which is, as the name would imply, replace radios in vehicles and repairs, and that's $500. Legal expenses remain the same at $500. This is in reference to if they had any grievances or any of that kind of thing through their union, collective bargaining agreement, and so forth. Mowing sees a decrease down to $0, as the mowing is not needed due to the purchase of a new tractor that is used for roadside mowing. If folks remember, we used to have to, here in town, contract out our roadside mowing, but at the last town meeting, the purchase of a new tractor with a mowing unit was approved, which allows the highway department to go ahead and do that street side mowing all on their own, which is pretty great. And thank you very much to town meeting and the folks there for approving that purchase of the tractor. That tractor has been invaluable. It's been used for a lot of groundwork, roadside mowing, tree trimming activities. It's been a wonderful piece of equipment to have on hand. And we move on to training and conferences, which remains the same at $500. Equipment maintenance sees an increase of $10,608, bringing the line to $25,000 even. And this is maintenance for highway and cemetery equipment. Special attention this year to the loader repairs and repainting of dump bodies. So the reason that's noted is those are two known expenses that are coming down the pike. The loader is getting a little bit on the older side and has been needing some different repairs, but also the dump bodies needing paint. What they generally try and do is to stay ahead of any corrosion or rust. They try and keep those in good working order. And this year, that's one of the things that Jim, the highway foreman, is planning to focus on. Building maintenance, remains the same at $6,000. Vehicle maintenance remains the same at $35,000, and that is for all of the vehicles that we have, the plow trucks and other pickups and so forth. Rental equipment sees a decrease of $1,500, bringing the total to $4,000. This is for the rental of, sometimes we've had to rent a bulldozer because we don't have one on hand, and also a roller rental, meaning a pavement roller, in the occasion we need to rent those items. We haven't had to use that line as much as in the past, so based on the projected need for this coming year, it has been reduced by that $1,500 mark. So that brings us to our total for the highway department of $860,468, a total increase of $39,884. So thank you very much for joining me in this video. I hope it was informative, and I hope to see you at town meeting on June 3rd at 10 a.m. If you should have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or the selectmen, and we'd be glad to talk to you. Thank you very much.